You want to know something, Ryan?
What?
That 25K was well spent. Welcome back, ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen, to the AR Wrestling Podcast. Today, Ryan and myself are going to go over the July 8th edition of Raw and July 12th edition of Smackdown. So, as always, sit back, relax, and enjoy. So one thing we did learn this week, what was it? Next week's Raw IC title match, Ilya Dragunov versus Sami Zayn. We learned that, but I want to get more into that when we get to the Uncle Howdy stuff part of Raw because there's kind of interesting, to say the least.
Very interesting. I very much like it.
Well, what
I'm
the
very excited
what,
to see where we get into all this.
bro?
Shit.
Yeah. So we open Raw with
What the fuck?
CM Punk coming out, and this man is smiling ear to ear. Basically, he starts talking. He gives John Cena props on his career, and he wants to run it back one more time. And I agree to that, to be honest, because I mean that match was like history, man. Like that's just one of those matches you need again because they had such a great rivalry, like you said, of was it the Summer of Punk, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And
all throughout their basically careers, from what I can understand from that point on.
Yeah.
Run it back. I would love to see that match one more time.
I would too, to be honest. And with that being said, I mean, he also started talking and stuff. He brings up Drew's suspension, and he kind of shows the video from the the Money in the Bank post show conference, and we can see Drew's visibly pissed, but he elbows the hell out of Pierce, and Wade Barrett intervenes. I mean, we'll talk that one at some point, maybe more once we see Drew on this coming Raw. But Drew made a big promise of winning Money in the Bank, cashing in the same night, and walking out Money in the Bank World Heavyweight Champion. My fault. He did two out of those three things, but he didn't win. And Punk is saying there are consequences to his actions. And Punk is talking about his fine that he got. Like we opened up with the show, talking about his $25,000 fine. He goes, money well spent. And he goes, I don't know, Jack Tunney or Adam Pearce, can we lift the suspension? Because he wants to beat Drew's ass whenever and wherever. And as I was thinking that, for some reason, my dumb ass thought we were going to see Adam Pearce walk out. It was not Adam Pearce. It was Burn It Down! Seth freaking Rollins, dude.
Whoa,
and Pierce goes, this isn't Adam Pearce's music. And Punk actually goes over to the announce table, which is really funny. And Punk goes to Cole. Or Cole starts asking Punk, like, what the fuck are you doing here? He starts yapping. He goes, dude, this takes forever. Da, da, da. But he goes, what about Money in the Bank? You dropping my government name. And like I said, he said this singing and dancing takes way too long. And then I noticed again, Pat government name drops Punk again, like we just saw at Money in the Bank with Michael Cole and CM Punk then.
Right.
So I mean, I think I'm already gonna say this. I want to see at least some point where they do something with Punk and Seth because they need to, not because they want to. It is now a necessity that they need to do something with these two superstars because they could rack in the moolah coming in.
Bro, it could be like feud of the freaking year, bro. I swear to God. Like,
honestly, if they played it right, they could.
They seriously could. Like right now, I would honestly give feud of the year to Drew McIntyre and CM Punk. And Punk's not even medically cleared.
Yeah, and this feud is just amazing.
So just imagine how like crazy it'll get when Punk is actually cleared to go in the ring.
Yeah. Rollins had a pretty snarky line though when he got the mic. He looks at Punk. He goes, "Now's when you want to sit in the sidelines. Come and get your ass in the ring. Or are you afraid that I'm going to kick your ass?" Ooh. And Punk, he grabs the mic. He goes, "Be careful when you disrespect me." He goes, "Why would I disrespect Rollins?" I laughed when I saw it because I thought it was really fucking hilarious. He goes, Why would I disrespect the best in the world? Me? No. I was
No.
like, oh no. This is gonna be interesting. Ron's like, why would you stick your nose in my business? Punk is like, I was handling my business. And then Punk starts talking. You know, he brings up Becky and Rue, his wife and daughter. And Ron's like, hold on, pump the brakes.
Whoa.
You know, it's because Punk's trying to relate with him with how important his family is to him, like Rollins' family is to him. So Rollins and Punk's families are obviously very important to them. And Punk is starting to talk about how the important the bracelet is to him, about AJ, about Larry, about how he just loves them both. Like, that's his family. We love Larry.
Larry.
And he looks up at Punk. He goes, or not Rollins. He's not Punk. He looks up at Rollins. Punk does. He goes, and if I somehow screw things up, yeah, pipe dream, I'm going to apologize to you legitimately. The pipe dream then being talking about Punk winning the world title. And Rollins is kind of like, you know, spit it out. I know it's not your forte because Punk's apologizing, but he's like holding on. Like he's holding it. And he goes, I apologize. I didn't mean to screw you over. So Punk's saying to Rollins, okay? But because it's you, I really can't be that sorry. I was like, bro, no.
Oh, shit.
No, Rollins, Punk, no. I can't wait for this feud to happen. I think, so you remember how Rollins was saying last week how he needs to reevaluate himself?
Mm-hmm.
I think at SummerSlam, we're going to get Punk versus Drew, and Rollins is going to interfere.
That would be crazy, dude.
And he's not going to be helping Drew because he likes Drew. He's going to be helping Drew because he hates Punk. The one thing him and Drew have in common.
Punk's made so many enemies at this point, like that they're all just gunning.
He's public
for
enemy
him
number
now.
one, dude, in that locker room.
Oh my gosh, I would love to see that.
Yeah, he's public enemy number one, dude. We're just screwed as well.
Damn, that'd be crazy.
Getting back to it though, Pat McAfee was like, I thought it was legit. Like, you know, like, dude, it really seemed legit coming from him. And Rollins starts talking. He just starts going off. He goes, you never sincerely apologized because nothing's your fault. You got to be the dumbest smart dude I've ever met in my life. And I was like, damn, that's Loki kind of a bar.
I know, right? When he said that,
I
had to sit there like, oh, shit.
If you haven't figured it out, the world does not revolve around CM Punk. And I was like, whew. Got some fire burning here. He goes, you can burn bridges somewhere else because I'm above you. Because if it weren't for you, I'd be world heavyweight champion. It's not just a pipe dream. Maybe for you it is, but for me it's not. And it's my turn to take your dream. And Ron's basically saying that he's like I was just saying, he's with Drew to beat Punk's ass. And Ron's leaves with this. He goes, you won't be able to say Drew McIntyre before I break your arm and put you back on the shelf. There are consequences for your actions.
Ooh. Consequences.
Uh-oh.
That's crazy, dude. I cannot wait. These two are like, for me, the most anticipated match in all of WWE right now. For me personally, it's these two.
What if they decide instead of like doing that 1v1 with Drew and Rollins, or not Drew Rollins, Drew and Punk? What if see a match between Drew, Punk, and then Rollins kind of intervenes and puts himself in the match in the last second? But again, like I was saying, he's not there to beat Drew. He's there to beat Punk, to beat Punk.
Oh,
I mean, it's a wild idea that we could see at SummerSlam, but dude, SummerSlam's already looking hot. SummerSlam's looking hot right now.
Absolutely insane.
Dude, I seen a rumored match card.
Would be nuts.
What was it? A rumored match card. It was like Cody versus Solo WWE Championship, Bayley versus Pipe. I think it's Piper again for the WWE Championship, WWE Women's Championship.
It would have to be. It's gonna be Nia.
No, yeah, it's Nia. My fault. Nia.
The wing, her ring.
And I think I seen something where Tiffany cashes in. If not, I'm predicting Tiffany cashes in there. The IC title match would be Braun Breaker, Ilya Dragunov. I think it's I think it's Sheamus or Ludwig Kaiser and Sammy, obviously. And Sammy, obviously. And then Liv versus Rhea. LA Knight versus Logan Paul. And there was one more match. I forgot what it was. But I seen it today. I seen it a little while ago on Facebook. I was curious to get your thoughts on that match card.
All of them sound phenomenal, and they all sound
Yeah,
like
I guess-
completely likely, to be honest with you.
Like we've announced, we're going to be at SummerSlam, so we are in for a hell of a match card.
Already in for a hell of a match. Like the fact that Nia and Bailey is confirmed, and then Gunther and freaking Damian is confirmed. I'm so excited for that match.
Ryan, you finally
That
get
match
Gunther
alone
defending or going for a title.
is going to be
No,
phenomenal.
you'll see Gunther win the world. You're more likely to see Gunther win the World Heavyweight Championship at SummerSlam. How do you feel? That's your favorite men's wrestler right now. I'd say.
Dog, the excitement that I got cannot be described. It has made the purchase completely worth it alone. That one match and moment.
Honestly, I don't think we knew that match was happening until after we bought the tickets, right? Or was that before?
Yeah, after. It was after.
So yeah, it was a very good choice that you bought the tickets
Because
for us.
when was King and Queen of the Ring?
King and Queen of the Ring was June 15th.
Yeah, I bought the tickets before then.
Yep. Oh yeah. I'm excited. But
I'm excited too.
let's move into what we learned from the announcement. We learned about the main event for the night. Rey and Mysterio and Zelina Vega of LWO versus Dominic Mysterio and Liv Morgan. I had one thought the entire time all night after I seen something about Rhea rumored to be returning, which we will get into later to see if that's true. But before I saw this, like there's a weird reason this is a main event, and I don't know why. And I wasn't predicting Rhea because I was still holding strong on Rhea being at SummerSlam. So to get into it with Dom, we see Adam Pearce and Dominic Mysterio together. And Adam's like, what's the problem? Dom's like, the problem is I don't want to have Liv Morgan out of everyone you could have put me with. And Adam's like, Liv made the match. And didn't you get involved in the last three women's world championship matches? Two of them with Becky Lynch, which I believe were King and Queen of the Ring and Steel Cage match. And then the one was Zelina.
Mm-hmm.
And Dom was like, that wasn't me. Like as soon as he said that, like really like,
no,
that
was
me. I was like, okay. And then, they had a little conversation after that. Adam Pearce walks off. Liv walks in. And she goes, I'm going to show you who the real daddy of the Mysterio family is. So let's go talk. And Dom, you're folding for the wrong girl over some fucking chicken. Dom goes, better be some tendies or some nuggies. I was like, bruh. I was like, Dom, no.
You gotta respect the name, man. He's got his priorities straight.
That's what I'm saying. He got his priorities straight. Like,
wants that chicken tendies.
Look, Liv isn't doing as good as she should be because Liv what she really could be doing, she could be using some Dino Nuggies.
Oh, God. Dino Nuggies with the smiley face potato fries, bro. baby, bro. We're eating good tonight.
Oh, God, we're eating good. Holy Hannah. I zoomed in way too far on my computer. Because I'm blinder than a bat right now and I can't see anything. Oh. I took my contacts out. But I believe this does move us into the promo video which showing the end of the men's Money in the Bank ladder match, with it being Drew throwing the ladder up at Jay's diaphragm, knocking him off to climb up to the ladder and win the Money in the Bank briefcase, which moves us into a match now. Jay versus Chad Gable. And Chad's still kind of looking scared. I'm not going to lie to you. Chad's still kind of looking scared. But his ribs are taped up. And as he's coming out, and I'm looking again, at his like I was looking at like his little like, what do you call it? Like the video shit that runs around the ring and the apron. I was looking at that just to see if anything. But, I mean, I didn't see much. But to get in the match, Gable would end up taking Uso to the ground. Uso and Gable start trading hit tosses. And Gable catches an Uso dive and suplexes him onto the floor. And we hit the commercial, and as we come back, Gable starts targeting Jey Uso's leg, and Jey Uso starts fighting back into it, but it's a top rope reopen headbutt. I'm reading your notes here. I don't know. Sorry.
Let me open that.
Top rope headbutt. Okay,
Top
my
rope
bad.
headbutt.
I'm dumb as fuck. Top rope headbutt. I apologize. Gable locks in an ankle lock and almost has the match won. Almost, man. Almost has the match won. Hits that ankle lock, and lights go dark. Somewhat, though. And we ended up seeing Jay spear Chad Gable for the W. And Jay's looking around. He's like, I don't know. He's basically saying, I don't know who these dudes are, but yeet. There's a little yeet and absolutely just sprints. I've never seen Jey Uso run so fast in my life. He sprints up the ramp like a Scooby-Doo character. And then we see the lights go completely dark. And I noticed Chad Gable's completely flat in the ring. And as he's laying there, smoke starting to crawl over him and everything, starting to go over. The music hits. And he's slowly starting to get up, and Chad Gable starts seeing the smoke. He's like, oh, shit. He starts freaking out. And there's holy shit chants. And then we see Nikki Cross come out from under the ring by the announce table. And Gable ends up backing up against the ropes. And he starts walking backwards up the ramp. And then there was a fan he goes, Gable, watch behind you. Gable looks behind him. I think he trips and eats shit or something. It's really funny. And the camera ends up going to Nikki Cross, who's holding a box. Which I want to point out, this has been addressed to Pat McAfee for the past 2 weeks. 2 weeks. And McAfee is looking at Michael Cole like, are you going to get this thing? Like, off the announce table? Like, because I'm not touching it. I really want to know why they're targeting, or they're kind of, filling in with Pat McAfee here. But I also want to kind of wonder if it is because when they were starting to come, Pat McAfee was still doing his Pat McAfee show that Friday and the Monday before. So, and to help, promote something, Pat McAfee was like, yeah, that's cool. So I seen something when Triple H and everybody was on it when Raw was in Indianapolis. Like, the thing went, like, we saw the "You Lied" message again. And Triple H was like, what, you think that, like, we did that or whatever? Like, no. Like, it was some weird thing. Because Pat was trying to blame the guy in the booth, or whoever was in his booth. Mm-hmm. So that was really funny because I just happened to see the video today when it was on like Instagram or something.
I have no idea why they are targeting Mr. McAfee. I was really hoping that it would lead to like this whole videotape like thing that they've been doing, I was really hoping it would lead to like Pat McAfee being a guest on it or something. Or like they would take over the Pat McAfee show or something like that for an episode or something like that. Or like it would lead to or a possessed Pat McAfee on commentary.
I seen something. Who was it? I forgot what it was. But I mean, I don't know. This is interesting. The whole thing with the Y6.
Definitely. But I can't wait to see what more they do with these videotapes.
We move into our next segment, and Sheamus kind of goes, "Well, that was weird." We see Sheamus and Jackie Redmond backstage. They start talking about how he's 15 years as a WWE superstar. He's done almost everything. I think the one of them was something he hasn't done everything, but it was something that he did that he hasn't done yet. I forget what it is. It's like winning a title or something like that. I forget. But Bronson Reed walks in, and Reed kind of looks at him. He goes, "I'm the future, and Sheamus, you're stuck in the past." And Sheamus wants a match with Bronson Reed, so I think we'll end up seeing it at some point, which I think we'll end up seeing it on Raw, this next coming Raw. But Reed is going to fight Sheamus anywhere except for tonight because he had a match against the Bruiserweight.
Oh my God, I was so excited to hear Pete Dunne back on fucking Raw, dude. I was so happy.
That's what I'm saying. They have so much potential. They can't just sit in main event this entire time.
Love Pete Dunne.
That's what I'm saying. We go to commercial, but we come back. Pat McAfee opens the box, but it's not as taped as it was in the previous weeks. And again, we see the VHS tape that says "Play Me." They send it out to the truck, and we move right into our match. Bronson Reed versus the Bruiserweight Pete Dunne, which we would learn that Tyler Bate is injured from a tag match that they had in NXT, which is why he was not there, unfortunately. But dude's pulling. That's all I'm going to say. Dunne locks in an armbar while Reed is holding him, and he ends up hitting a dive on with a pair of moonsaults on the outside. And then we go to commercial, and Reed is in control of Pete Dunne. Big man. Of course he's going to be. Dunne starts trying to break Reed's fingers until he gets driven in the corner, and he's given a huge, huge powerbomb. And Dunne tried to stop Reed from doing a tsunami on the top, but gets knocked down, and he's given the tsunami anyways for the win. Bronson Reed winning this match. And Reed starts going after Pete Dunne, and Sheamus starts to come in and try to save Pete Dunne, but as Sheamus is trying to, celebrate there with him, he's like, Dunne shoves him away. I was like, no shot, dude. Because I was really confused, and then I started to remember, once we heard it on commentary, that they have history together as the Brawling Brutes. Sheamus walked out on the Brawling Brutes.
Right. Like, I didn't remember that either until that got said on commentary. But I was like, damn. I kind of wanted to see them, like, maybe reunion a little bit.
That's what I'm saying. I think we'll see.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You're good.
Okay. I was going to say, if it leads to a potential, like, Pete Dunne versus Sheamus match, I'd be perfectly fine with it, though.
But what do they do with Rich Holland in this sense?
I have no idea what Rich Holland's doing. I have no idea what he's been
doing. He's in NXT right now. Yeah, he is. I don't know.
Keep him there?
Yeah, I don't think he's ready for the main roster. If he's anything, he can stay down there, to be honest. Like, no disrespect to the man. I like him. I like Rich Holland. Yeah. But I just don't think his personality fits on the main roster.
No, I'd be much more interested in just this version, Pete Dunne versus Sheamus at this point. I should go ham.
Yeah.
I'm a little upset. I hope this doesn't. Because you and me were both talking about, like, we both wanted to see Sheamus involved in the IC title, like, picture around SummerSlam time, at SummerSlam, hopefully. I really hope this isn't to them, like, moving him away from that title at all.
Yeah, I hope not either, but I mean,
I'd love to still see, like, that fatal 4-way, fatal 5-way match.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I agree to that. Whoa. But then we cut to where Sammy walking up to Strowman and the Awesome Truth, saying them what's up, giving them some hugs. I mean, as they should. They're all really good. They're all really beloved superstars right now. But I'm not going to lie to you. Kind of want to see Strowman go heel.
That'd be nuts, dude. I'd love to see that.
I don't know if he's been heel before, but I want to see him go heel.
I want to see him go heel. He's definitely been a heel before, back when, like, Roman Reigns was supposed to be, like, the biggest babyface in the company. But I want to see him go, like, full heel and go, like, kill everybody.
But, like, here's the issue. He's got the issue with bullies, which I'm actually loving this gimmick at the moment, too, because it's really fucking hilarious seeing him chase Judgment Day around like a little bunch of fucking children.
It is pretty funny.
I mean, do we see, say Damian beats Gunther at SummerSlam? Does Strowman get a shot at Damian? Because he's basically been chasing around Judgment Day. I want to see Gunther. I really want to see Gunther win.
I'd rather see Strowman versus Gunther for the world title.
Honestly, though, that wouldn't be a bad match.
That would go crazy, in my opinion.
But I did like how Gunther was talking his shit in his promo last week's Raw.
Bro, he talks
some mad shit.
He talks such mad shit, but he does it in such a way that makes it seem like he's being really respectful.
Oh, he plays what is it? He's what is it called? He speaks intelligent trash. That's what it is. He's an intelligent trash talker.
Exactly, bro. It's like when he's talking, I'm like, damn, dude, you, like, are really good with talking and shit. And then I really, like, think about what he said, and I'm like, Damn, you roasted their ass.
Mm-hmm. I mean, speaking of that Gunther segment, we had Damian Priest, but with Damian Priest, there's the Judgment Day. So we see the Judgment Day backstage, walking together. It's the tag champs and the world champ. And Rollins walks in, and Rollins goes, "Hey, need to talk. Got a minute?" Damian's like, "Yeah." Damian says, "Hey, go on." Talks about talking to the tag champs. Tell him he doesn't need them. This is a one-on-one conversation. And Rollins gives him his props. He goes, "Saturday, you were very lucky, but you were also very good." Like, he gives him his props for his in-ring ability. And I'm really liking this. And like I said, he was like his props. He was, since you kept your word, I'll keep mine. Talking about the gentleman's agreement they had last Raw, where Rollins won't go for the title as long as Damian's champion, and Damian will leave the Judgment Day if he would have lost that match. And Rollins is, he's like, "Yep." But if you want to keep that thing, you got to be better at SummerSlam. And Priest is, talking. He goes, "Hey, man, I know you kept our word, and I respect that from you. And when I beat Gunther, throw out our gentleman's agreement. You name the time and the place," which I'm thinking we'll probably see at the PLE after SummerSlam, which I don't know what that is. I think that's Bash in Berlin, which I wouldn't be too mad, but I think Bash in Berlin's going to be so much better with
I agree with you, dude. It's going to be
Gunther
insane.
being the world champion, to be honest. I think it'd be better if Gunther was the world champ.
It's going to be 1,000% better, especially if he's the main event.
So, I mean, I don't...
They're going to go insanity on that. Like, I cannot wait.
That's what I'm saying. And if we do see this, I would like to see a Rollins versus Priest rematch. But, I mean, that's what it is. Honestly, we could probably see... Rollins might go after Gunther at Bash in Berlin, and we could see a match with that instead of, like a dream match that we've talked in the past being Ilya versus Gunther at Bash in Berlin.
Oh my gosh, dude. Any variety of that would be insane. Any variety of like Seth or Ilya or who's like anybody else. Like literally anybody else. Gunther can have like a dream match with half the people on the fucking roster, I think.
It's like Gunther just needs to be in it.
Yeah, he does, like 1,000%. I think that is what they're setting this up for. That Gunther's gonna walk into Bash in Berlin. I actually completely forgot that was after SummerSlam until you just reminded me of it. So like, dude, the image of him walking into that PLE with the world title in the main event, everyone's gonna go insane.
Insane in the brain
when they hear Gunther. Oh my god, bro! I'm getting chills just thinking about it. It's hot as balls up in my room right now.
I mean, the man that beat him at WrestleMania for that title, the IC title, Sami Zayn. He comes out, he cuts a promo. He goes, "Braun Breaker Bar, you brought everything. I thought you would to the ring." But there's one thing: Breaker made the grave mistake on thinking Sami was the underdog in the match, because he's not the underdog anymore. He is the champion. Talk your shit, Sami. But he goes, "Let me be un-Canadian for a minute." I think talking about, him being like humble or whatever. He starts giving himself props on why he deserves respect. And he goes, "Here's one thing that Breaker didn't bring to the ring. This was a respect that he did not bring." And then Breaker's music would hit. And, excuse me, he's keeping his eyes on Sami the entire way down the ramp to the stairs, up the stairs, into the ring. And Sami's like, "What are you here for, Braun? What you looking for, a fight? You looking for a rematch?" And Sami, he's kind of get a little frustrated. He shoves the mic into Breaker's chest. And Breaker was like, "I came out here to look you in the eye." Which I'm assuming this is the only man to ever beat Braun on the main roster, which is true. He goes, I'm a smart guy. There's no reason I should get a rematch, No reason. He starts walking around to the ring ropes, and he goes, "I've been thinking." And he just spears Sami and starts attacking him and shit. And Then he gets outside. Sammy's outside the other ring. Breaker's up by the ramp again. Like security and Pierce have got him faked out, or like not faked out. Yeah, like up the ramp, and Breaker goes, "Hey Pierce, look." Pierce, his dumbass, turns, looks. Breaker's gone in literally 0.2 seconds. Breaker's already halfway around the ring in that time. He's a freaking nature.
No.
And dude, absolutely runs the ring to spear Sammy, and then Ilya comes out and he gets backed off by security. And as they pass each other, Braun goes, "Oh no, I'm so scared." And as we would learn on commentary in the weeks prior, those two have history together. They have history together.
They do.
So I wouldn't be surprised if we revisit that sometime in the future. To be honest.
Anything with those two involved in is going to be a fucking banger.
Banger after banger after banger.
Straight banger after banger.
That's what I'm saying. We cut to commercial, though. We come back. Sammy's with the doctors and Ilya and Adam Pearce. And Ilya's like, basically, Sammy's getting checked out. Ilya's like, "I want Breaker." And Pearce grants his wish, getting him his match, which I believe was, that night. Yes, I was correct. I just wanted to double check because I forgot. We would learn that, like I said, Sammy and Ilya would have a match for the Intercontinental Championship on Raw, which I think is the main event. But if it is not, I'm kind of gonna be sad, to be honest. That'd be a great main event for.
That would be a phenomenal main event.
I think the Raw's in I don't know. It's like somewhere kind of like South or Midwest. I forget. I don't know. We would then get to our 6-man tag team championship match of the night. Not championship, my dumbass. 6-man tag match of the night. The Judgment Day, being Finn and JD, are with Carlito versus Braun Strowman and The Awesome Truth. And Carlito, Finn, and JD all start jumping The Awesome Truth and Braun Breaker. And then all jump The Awesome Truth. I apologize.
And Braun Strowman.
I've been at work all day. And then we hear Braun! And Judgment Day, obviously, again, will get chased around by Strowman. And Strowman catches Carlito. And Braun tries to chase down. Ooh, hold on. That's towards the end of the match. I apologize. Where we at here? Judgment Day attacks Awesome Truth during their entrance until Braun makes his entrance and the match starts. Carlito and Truth would end up starting the match, and we cut to commercial with Judgment Day starts singling out the Miz, and JD is taking a cheap shot on Truth, and Strowman mocks the big man. And Miz ended up getting hot tagged to that one big son of a bitch who wrecks everybody. And Strowman and Truth hit the Strowman Express together as they're running around the ring, which is really fucking awesome, dude. I loved it.
Oh, great.
Truth looked happy as a child. I gotta say, we don't deserve our Truth, to be honest. He is one of a kind. He's a specimen, what we like to say here. And Strowman starts chasing JD through the crowd, and Truth starts celebrating, only to get hit with a coup de grace for the win. When he gets back into the ring, sucks for Truth. But Braun ends up getting back in the ring as Finn's celebrating. He tries chasing him down at the end of the match, but misses. I really want to know what the hell they're doing with Judgment Day.
I really want to know what they're doing with Awesome Truth off of this, because I feel like I feel like they've slowly been building up tension between Miz and R-Truth to do like a heel turn on what everyone probably assumes is the Miz probably going to go heel. What if R-Truth goes heel?
That's what I'm saying. Okay.
What if R-Truth goes heel on the Miz because he got abandoned in this match and he got pinned and beaten for it? And then we see R-Truth go on the ultimate revenge plot to go and retire his childhood hero John Cena in the year 2025.
At WrestleMania.
At WrestleMania. Bro, that's good. That's the
At
storyline
WrestleMania.
no one's been talking about. This R-Truth's slow rise to the main event scene where he's going to retire John Cena.
Yeah, everybody's talking about John Cena, Randy Orton, John Cena, CM Punk. What about John Cena and R-Truth? Let me talk
Straight
to you.
up, bro. That has to happen on his retirement tour. That match has got to happen.
Agreed, but
But I'm not even fully joking about the R-Truth heel turn.
Oh, I'm not either. I think we could see Truth be an absolute dickhead again.
I think that could happen. He's done it before. I thought it was kind of good.
Feel the gas and the feel what's up. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Yeah, tell him how he is. Oh man. But another dream match that we want to see at WrestleMania, like I said, John Cena, CM Punk. Punk's with Adam Pearce backstage at I believe in Pearce's office. Could be wrong. Adam goes, my issue is you're half the problem and you're not medically cleared. And both Drew and Punk want the match. Adam's understanding this. And the refs and elbow getting pierced or Pierce getting elbowed. Yeah, my bad. I might even think it's Punk's fault because he's the one who interfered in the match. Even though, let's be real, I don't think Drew was really going to be that much. It was going to change that match that much for Drew because Rollins got involved. Rollins was involved, so I don't think he was going to win. But that's just me. Pierce needs Punk to stay home though, so Drew can get back to Raw somewhat mentally stable. And Punk's like, I want to be here, and Adam gets it, but he gives Adam Pearce his word. He will not be at Raw on Monday. I think he's going to be at Raw on Monday. I'm not going to lie.
You better be.
If he's not at Raw on Monday, I don't know. Going to kind of be sad. But I get it if he's not. He gave Adam Pearce his word. And if Punk's a man of his word, he'll do what he says.
Mm-hmm.
Which would now move us into Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio.
Oh, no.
In the Judgment Day locker room.
Oh, my God.
Dom, you ho.
Yo!
You ho.
You ho, Dominic.
Liv is trying to get Dom to stretch before the match, so she wants him off his PlayStation. But she also wants to somewhat work on double team moves. Oh, also talking about there were some double team moves, Ryan.
Oh no.
But Dom was like, I didn't even want to tag with you. And he's kind of refusing everything. And the only thing he wants badly is to beat his dad, his deadbeat dad, Ray. And Liv starts talking, talking all sweet to him, backing him onto the couch and starts stretching out Dom's leg. And, Dom looks like he's kind of enjoying it. He says that, that kind of feels good. Feels kind of good. Not going to lie. And Damian, the tag champs, everybody walks in. Damian's just standing there. McDonough and Balor have their head around the corner. Carlito's there as well.
Funny.
And McDonough, I don't know if you noticed, McDonough had his hand on his face like, you dumbass.
Oh my God.
And Carlito goes, now that's cool? And Damian smacks Carlito's chest like, dude, what the fuck? I think he said something in Spanish, though. I don't remember because Damian frequently talks Spanish with Carlito and Dominic, clearly.
Mm-hmm.
But Liv Leader just goes, feel better, Daddy Dom. Yeah, feel better, Daddy Dom. And Damian goes, dude, what's wrong with you? It's not that hard. And Carlito's like, that's pretty hard.
That's crazy. That was wild, bro.
They need to keep Carlito there for the comedic relief. I'm so serious. It works perfectly in my eyes.
So funny, bro.
My eyes just works perfectly.
It's so
I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my God, I love it.
And Dom's like, dude, you're starting to sound like my dad. Damian's like, now I'm starting to understand your dad. I was like, oh shit, there's some tension. Which again, could bring us Dom and Liv versus the Terror Twins. And Damian's not even there trying to defend Rhea out of love. He just wants to beat Dominic's ass because Dom's just an idiot.
Yeah, because Dom's just being stupid.
which we would then move into probably my favorite part of the night.
Oh my gosh, this is crazy as shit. I fucking loved this. So like before you get into this, I want to say like real quick, when I was watching Raw live, my Hulu like went out like before the
yeah,
Judgment Day
mine did
segment
too.
when CM Punk was in Pierce's office, and when it came back, it was literally as this tape was starting.
That's
So like,
you're so
it was
lucky.
fucking nuts.
I got probably the craziest part of Monday Night Raw as soon as I got back on. So I caught that. I basically caught literally the last. I caught the end of it, switching to Chad Gable bitching out Pierce. But we'll get to that after this. This is a VHS tape that said "Play Me." We see Bo by himself in the dark, like him sitting there. I'm assuming the Firefly Funhouse. And Uncle Howdy goes, "Tell me more about your family." And me personally, as a fan of it, as a huge fan of this now because unfortunately I was not watching around when the White Rabbit stuff was going on. I think I would have really been a really big fan of that as well because I was kind of a fan of Bray, to be honest. I really loved his work, his creativity, his in-ring work. I'm not glazing right now. This is pure respect coming from my body. I promise you. Bray was one of the best of all time, and he still had so many more years in him.
Oh God, he really
But
did.
I think this is Taylor. I don't think this is Bo. I think this is Taylor.
Yeah, I really like that idea. Like this should be Taylor, not Bo Dallas.
Oh, I remember the last match I saw for the the SummerSlam card. Uncle Howdy versus Chad Gable. That's what it was.
I've seen that rumor too. That'd be crazy as shit.
But Taylor goes, I gave them a purpose. They're so happy that you remembered them. Which we would get a flash of Huskus the Pig, who is Joe Gacy. And Taylor, this line I picked up was that Taylor said, because being the glutton for punishment doesn't make abandonment for any less, which Joe Gacy's character was abandoned in NXT. And then we would get a flash of Mercy the Buzzard. Because I decided this week I was not writing anything down. I wanted to enjoy this, but I feel like I could pick the key parts out of this. Mercy the Buzzard, Dexter Loomis, obviously, alone begging for mercy as the Buzzards circled. Basically, Chad Gable's begging Otis as well for mercy, and the White Six slowly starting to circle him more and more and more and slower and slower and slower as time goes on. We would get a flash of Rambling Rabbit, who is Eric Rowan. I didn't really pick anything up from this.
So, bro, this one was the most important one, if you ask me.
Okay.
So that's crazy that you didn't pick this one up. So he said it was like grief has taken so much from all of us, or we've all lost so much, or something along those lines. And then it showed a flash of the two wolf skull masks that Eric Rowan and Luke Harper wore when they were the Bludgeon Brothers, and showed them on opposite sides of the screen to represent like the two of them. And then it showed their hammers that they held as the Bludgeon Brothers. So it's obviously like Uncle Howdy saying that like Eric Rowan's here because he's grieving the losses of like Luke Harper and Bray Wyatt in his
those
character.
were his two buddies when he debuted in NXT.
Mm-hmm.
The Wyatt family.
Exactly.
R.I.P. Bray. And then probably my favorite part of this was the whole thing with Sister Abigail, who was played by Nikki Cross. For grief is the price we pay for love. And I kind of put this in the sense of, not necessarily Taylor loves Sister Abigail. It's more this is his equivalent as Alexa was Bray's equivalent.
So we got two like different understandings of what this is all about, which is really interesting.
Talk to me.
So I'm taking like everything that they're saying here as this is him kind of revealing the motive of everybody coming into the Wyatt Six. Joe Gacy, he's a glutton for punishment, but that doesn't make being abandoned hurt any less. Where like he's in the Wyatt Six group because they've taken him in from abandonment and have also offered him like all the like opportunity to hurt people that he could ask for in the name of the
Yeah.
family that he now represents.
The
Same thing
family.
for Mercy the Buzzard with Dexter Loomis, where like he was abandoned, circled by a
By
bunch
the
of
way.
buzzards until the family, well, I'm just gonna call them the family, like the Wyatt Six, saved him from the buzzards circling and brought him in, and now he fights for them. Eric Rowan is doing this because he's grieving the losses of Luke Harper and Bray Wyatt, and obviously this is now the representation of the Wyatts, so he's here for those two. And then Nikki Cross, I took this as grief is the price you pay for love. What do you do when you lose somebody that you love? Is you grieve for them. So I took this as like Nikki Cross, the character, was in love with Bray Wyatt, the character, and now she's gone insane due to like losing the one that she loved, and now she's joined up with his brother.
Okay. Okay.
That's what I've taken from it, at least.
Okay. I like that. Okay. I like that. The only thing I'm saying is because like it doesn't make sense to me on the whole Nikki Cross thing. Because I get it. Like she loved Bray, but Nikki Cross was Nikki ASH when Bray was still around. And she like it really
She
did.
was
I
also
don't think
that
it really
psycho
mixed
stalker
well.
character when he was his second run.
That's true. Forgot about that. But we go continues to go. Do you think I forgot? Do you think we were sick? Because then sick is what we will be. And all the masks come up and Uncle Howdy flashes. But I do want to say one thing. There was something from Adam Pearce this week on a video, which I think was announcing the IC title match. And there was Postman Pierce's hat in the background. Like I asked last week.
Man. That's something. I don't know.
Oh, no. Because this leads into my next thing after this Adam Pearce segment. But yeah. And it's something we'll see, to be honest. And I would love to see it.
Mm-hmm.
But this will lead us into Adam Pearce walking to his office. Chad Gable was kind of chasing him. This was my favorite part of Raw. After Chad's done bitching him out, he basically saying he thinks that the Wyatt Six is talking about him. And Pierce like, dude, I doubled securities and I talked to authorities. There's nothing else I can do. I'm sorry. And he's like, dude, don't you think the reason there is a reason they're coming after you? And Chad's like, no. But after the month I've had, how about a vacation? I think Adam Pearce is like, yep, you can have that, basically. But when Adam Pearce turns his back, starts walking into his office, as I'm getting ready to say this, I'm getting chills. This was my absolute favorite part of Raw. Taylor Rotunda or Bo Dallas is sitting there in Adam Pearce's office. And I just want to point out, this is immediately after the video segment. Ow. But I do have a question out of this. What if, now stemming more from this video that we've seen about on TikTok from Adam Pearce announcing a title match, what if Pearce gets brainwashed and becomes Postman Pearce again? Because remember, his social media did act up like the week before the Y6 debuted, I believe that's when it was.
I'm not sure about seeing him turn into like the full Postman Pierce character again. I would really like to see like a version of Adam Pearce that is influenced by the Wyatts, because I really like the idea of the Wyatt family not being a spooky, scary, we have superpowers and shit like this presentation. no matter even if it is WWE. That's not what I want them to do. I want them to be more scary, serial killer-esque, more of like, if you don't do what we're gonna say, the big guy over there is gonna bash you over the head with the hammer, and your blood's gonna be all over the wall. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so like I want to see maybe Pierce does become like more so like falls in line for the Wyatt Six to let them do basically whatever the hell they want to, and
Yeah.
Pierce can't do a damn thing about it because he's basically, you can like, I guess under their control is what you can say, but he's more or less just like, there's not a damn thing I can do about it because Bo Dallas, Taylor Rotunda is the real like person running the show now.
Like that.
Where like he's now like the secret like head honcho of everything. He's running fucking everything at this point.
Wait, nuts. That'd be absolutely nuts.
It would be. Where like even like we get like hints of it on like Triple H's Instagrams or his social medias or in his press conferences or something, that like now he has to answer to somebody and everyone's like, well, who is this somebody? And then it's all of a sudden revealed that like, oh shit, now he's answering to Uncle Howdy or / Taylor Rotunda too. It's like everyone's
Exactly, kind of like
everyone's working for him.
well, kind of like you know what happened with the gorilla position. Triple H is usually in the gorilla position. I just want to point that out. He's usually back there.
On that episode, we saw a reason for him not to be, though. That was the episode Drew stormed out and him and Pierce chased after him, though.
Pierce is the only one who chased after him in that.
No, Triple H went after him.
No, he didn't.
99% already did.
I don't know. I'm not arguing with that. We're not going to have an argument over that. We can have an argument over that over in personal. We got a podcast to run. Let's do this. So we get to our next match. Ilya Dragunov versus Braun Breaker. I think it was like a Money in the Bank promo video or something like this beforehand. I don't fucking remember. Basically, Ilya is wanting Breaker before he even comes out. And Breaker immediately starts taking control until Ilya starts fighting back and attempts a Constantine special that gets ducked like that. We see a gorilla press slam from Breaker. That absolute freak of nature. I just want to say, absolute freak of nature.
Nuts.
Ilya would hit a power bomb. No, I lied. We go to commercial. Breaker catches Ilya off of a jump to give him a spine buster, and but Ilya would get back up, hit a power bomb, following by a top rope senton, and Breaker would end up stopping a potential torpedo Moscow and presses Ilya into a gutbuster. Ilya was able to stop a Frankensteiner though, but misses an absolute missile drop kick, and he stops Breaker from running the ring for a spear and starts to hype up a torpedo Moscow. My bad. But Breaker chucks a chair into his face, causing him a disqualification. And Breaker starts attacking Ilya, and Sami Zayn comes to the save, but he also gets his ass whipped too. There was no way. He was not winning. That's Braun Breaker, dude. Dude's a freak of nature. I'm sorry. Should be IC champ right now. Changing my mind.
You definitely should be at some point. I liked the finish at Money in the Bank. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of liked it, but I definitely like he should be IC champion within the next pay-per-view. Like SummerSlam, they gotta crown him.
But in like some time, dude.
SummerSlam, they've got to crown him, in my opinion. But then, like, bro, I've got a lot of championships trading at SummerSlam. I can't lie. I got a lot of titles changing hands at SummerSlam.
I think we might as well. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Got all but like 2, maybe.
But in the end, Braun Breaker ends up standing tall on the announce table. I think Breaker is going to win at SummerSlam.
I think he should. Depending on what match he gets put in, I don't know if he will be in an IC title match at SummerSlam. I hope he does. I hope there is one.
Me too.
It'd be fucking crazy. I fucking love that shit, man. Give me the dog.
Yeah. Oh man. we would then get a Damian Priest promo video at Money in the Bank. You know, he didn't ask for Drew to cash in or Punk to get involved. But then he starts asking about title defenses with interference. And the video shows Logan Paul. Nah. Or without interference. My bad. Logan Paul? No. There's interference. Io Sky? No. There was interference. Or damage control with her. Obviously, Logan Paul, the brass knucks. But Damon is ready to accept the challenge of Gunther. And he wants Gunther next to Raw. Next week's Raw. And he says when he beats Gunther, we will all be saying El Rise for El Campeon. I picked up a lot. Like I usually don't pick up shit from these videos, but this is something I picked up a lot from.
What'd you pick up?
To be honest.
What'd you pick up from this one?
Like everything. I usually don't pick up anything from promos. Like I would start like everything I wrote down for this. This is I mean
I find it absolutely hilarious that he went on to rant like Logan Paul couldn't defend his title without interference. Io Sky couldn't defend her title without interference. And that is it. We're going to ignore the 4-year-long title reign that was solely built on interferences in every single match.
Yeah, that shit pissed me off.
This is crazy as fuck.
Yeah. That shit pissed me off.
It's funny as hell.
Oh, man. But after that, speaking of Damien, let's get to Judgment. Let's get back to just some Judgment Day business. And Pat McAfee doing a play-by-play of Dom and Liv in the locker room. And Dom's fucked. I'm sorry, dude. Dom, you're a fucking idiot. Like, I've never hated Dominic Mysterio more in my life up until this moment at the end of Raw. It's all
Dirty Sanchez.
Dirty Sanchez really has a Dirty Sanchez in his pants.
Oh my gosh.
He's fucking Liv for real.
You're about to be.
This moves us into a Final Testament promo video. We learn Kofi's not at Raw, and the old blood holds the new blood back for leverage, basically saying, you know, the old heads or, you know, the veterans are trying to stay in here, so they're trying to use the new people as leverage to stay, so they basically are just going to beat them and become better. Not really better, but just kind of rack wins up in their belt. Kind of talking about the New Day as well, because, I mean, they've been around for fat minute. They've been around since 2015, I want to say. I mean, that's almost 10 years now, dude. Kofi's been around since 2008. This dude's almost 20 years in the business. He's 16.
Bro, he went from being Jamaican to being WWE champion of the New Day. Man's been through a lot.
The New Day.
New Day.
Man. Which this would end up moving us into what he also was saying. He said they are the true enemy of us all. Cross would end up bringing John Cena's retirement up. People are kind of saying on Twitter that there's gonna be a potential feud, but it's really not wanted by anyone.
The bullshit.
Saying, like, if this feud happens, I'm not gonna watch. Like, they're basically just gonna trash WWE. I don't know.
They're a bunch of fucking retards because it wouldn't be bad. I think this is like I really am starting to buy into this new Karrion Kross character, especially if they really start leaning into what this promo is basing off of. Which I read this promo as Karrion Kross is basically our generation's new legend killer. Is kind of what I took that as. Is that, or at least that's what he's going to attempt to build his new gimmick off of. Is that he's going to try to hunt down, like Randy Orton did. He's going to hunt down the legends of the previous generation to take them all out with the Final Testament in order to pave way for the new generation of stars. And he sees himself as like the front of that all. The front of, you know what I mean. The leader of all that shit.
He did bring up one thing, though. He said the New Day is dead. So that was pretty badass. Not going to lie.
Not true. New Day lives forever. The power of positivity cannot be killed.
Do you feel the power?
The power.
For yourself. I don't know how many times they won this. 7-time World Tag Team Champions. Do you feel The
The
power.
power.
It's a new
Burn,
day. Yes, it is.
burn, 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 burn. Love New Day here.
But as we start to get towards the end of Raw, we get into a promo with Zelina Vega and Rey Mysterio, interviewed by Kathy Kelly. And Zelina's basically saying that she's better at Liv than everything. You know, talking her shit, talk your shit, queen.
Talk your shit,
Zelina is also saying Dom and Liv, you know, they're a mess. And Rey's like, we need to end the story to shut Dom and Liv up. I don't know what story they're having here, to be honest. I think Dom's just a dumbass. That's just me. Dominic, Daddy Dom.
Daddy Dom.
Do something, please. Then we get a Gunther video promo about his come up to the main roster, basically. Kind of badass. We would get a name drop of Walter, by the way, on there. Just want to point that out. Walter would be name dropped. And he would he was Gunther's original gimmick coming into WWE. I think it was NXT UK. He was Walter.
He was. That's how he started his career off, man. This was badass, bro. It's like he said, he didn't need WWE. WWE needed him in order to reestablish this sport. Fucking love this man. I love this fucking guy so much. He is just the best. Fight me on it, everyone.
He's
that doesn't
intelligent
agree
about
with me.
everything he does, which is what I love about Gunther.
Love this dude. Everyone else can bite me.
Yeah, but we'd also learn about what's coming next week and at SummerSlam. We get Damian versus Gunther for the for the World Heavyweight Championship. I'm speaking too fast at SummerSlam. But we'd also learn about the Gunther and Damian promo for next week, Sheamus versus Bronson Reed for next week, and Drew McIntyre returning from his suspension next week. It's kind of crazy how it was only a week suspension for elbowing your boss in the face. I wish it was like that.
That's great, bro. If that's how it worked everywhere, I would be elbowing my boss constantly.
Oh, agreed. 100%.
Like I love my boss. That fade every other
I think my boss
week.
listens to this. I don't know if he listens to this, but if you are boss, I definitely elbow you in the face. Just please don't suspend me for just a week.
I'd be catching that fade nonstop.
But we'd end up moving into our mixed tag team match, the main event of the night. Again, there's a reason this was a main event, and I'm so fucking happy it was a main event. I really don't think you understand how much I love this. We would learn that Dominic Mysterio versus Liv Morgan versus Rey Mysterio and Zelina Vega
versus Liv for the women's championship.
Dom versus Liv for the women's championship. He has to win it back for Rhea. So we'd end up when Liv comes out. I noticed something. She goes, "Come on, Daddy Dom," and as soon as she says that, Dominic's music hits. Effective immediately. It was crazy. And Liv is jumping up and down in the ring, really happy as Zelina and Rey are coming out. And we finally get, and she goes, "We finally get your beat dad." Like, she's all happy about it, like I was saying. And this moves us into the main event. Wait, I missed something. I missed a match. What the fuck? Did I miss a match? I definitely missed a match.
I don't think so. No, you're good.
No? Did you miss the
damage control match?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was on this one, I'm pretty sure.
Huh?
Yeah, that was on this one.
Ah, shit. Okay, I'm gonna do two matches real quick. My bad.
I can't remember where on the show that was at, but it was on there.
I can't remember either. But I'm pretty sure this was on the show. We're pretty sure we'd have Damage Control versus Lyra Valkyria and Katana Chance versus Katie Carter. Goodness gracious! Sorry to cut this all off. I'll go everything. I'll go back over everything. It's fine. All 6 women start the brawl. And Carter and Kyrie are legal until Dakota Kai gets tagged in, and Katana uses her partners as stairs to hit a move in the corner to Dakota Kai. And Damage Resource gets taken out by a bunch of kicks. And we go to commercial. Kyrie starts taking control of the match for her team. And Katana tries to make a tag but gets stopped by Io Sky. And there was a hot tag to Lyra, who starts going off on Io. Talk your shit, bro. Lyra, Katana, and Carter all hit all of Damage Control with suplexes at once, and Io stops the pin, and Dakota Kai gets hit with a keg stand by the party of the summer, the party girls, whatever you want to call them. Io gives Kyrie a boost over the top rope as she takes out Lyra and Katana, and then Io would hit Katana or Kaden Carter with an over the moonsault for the W. Again, sorry we missed this. I was probably not paying attention during Raw. It's probably one of the moments I stopped by accident.
Man, it's fine. It's not that important.
But I want to get back into our main event. I'm sorry. I'll go back over everything.
This is the main part of Raw.
This is the main part I want to talk about. This is
what everyone's here to listen to.
We would have a mixed tag team match: Dominic Mysterio and Liv Morgan versus Rey Mysterio and Zelina Vega. And as Liv was coming out after her music, she goes, "Come on, Daddy Dom," and Dom's music hits immediately. It was just like that, effective immediately. It was crazy. And as Dom and Liv are in the ring and the LWO is coming out, Rey Mysterio and Zelina Vega, Liv goes, "We finally get you beat your deadbeat dad." Like, super happy about it. And she's jumping up and down, really, really happy, which will get us into our main event. Zelina and Liv start together, and as soon as Zelina starts whooping Liv, she tags in Dom. Rey starts whooping his son for a bit before Dom starts tagging Liv. And Dom stops Zelina from hitting Liv with a Meteora, but Rey gets in there and Hurricane Rana's Dom into Liv's crotch. That was kind of crazy, I'm not going to lie.
That ain't even PG!
And like you put in here, this episode of Raw is going to need an age warning on God.
Oh, God, bro.
Rey and Zelina throw Dom and Liv outside the ring, which we ended up cutting to commercial, and Liv and Dom double team Rey to take control. Dom starts trying to rip Rey's mask off, but only tears it a little bit, and he hits a Michinoku driver, but Rey sends him to the outside of the ring and tags in Zelina. Liv slips out of a code red from Zelina and hits the Three Amigos with a shake as the crowd chants, "We want mommy." And Zelina would end up stopping in Oblivion and tags in their they both tag in their respective Mysterio. And Dom tries to hit Three Amigos, but Rey counters and tries to hit 619, but Dom ends up catching him. And Zelina gives Dom a 619 to the ribs, and Rey hits a splash but barely breaks up the pin. Zelina would end up hitting Liv with the 619, but still gets sent into the ring post. And Dom hits Rey with the splash after help with Rey and pins his dad for the first time. That was a match. Let me talk to you.
Yeah.
But Dom and Liv hug after the match. This is where shit starts going nuts for me. Dom's got a little smile after the match. I'm not gonna lie, he's kind of got a smile. Which then Liv would jump up and wrap her legs around Dom. Dom. Dom.
Oh, God, I'm having Edge and Lita flashbacks.
Falling to the mat. And it looks like they're about to have some spicy time. Dom was ready to fold. And then we hear, "This is my brutality!" Oh my God. Mommy's back.
Mommy's back!
Mommy's back. I was so fucking happy, dude.
This was insane.
Oh my God. After I started seeing the rumors, I was like, nah, I'm not going to believe it, because I was still really hopeful on SummerSlam. I was still really hopeful on SummerSlam. I was kind of starting to lean into the Zelina and Liv storyline, because that could have definitely held out Rhea until SummerSlam. I'm not going to lie to you.
I was hoping for Lyra to get back after Liv at some point and take that to SummerSlam, honestly.
That's true.
That was just me personal. Like, and then Dom eventually helps her win there, and then that's when Mommy comes out. It would have worked either way.
But as Mommy's walking down the ramp, Liv starts running away through the crowd, and Dom's standing in the ring like, ah.
Oh, shit.
And Mommy ends up getting the ring and starts just absolutely chewing his ass out. And that's how we end Raw. And, I mean, dude, this was a banger of a Raw.
This is insane. Where they were teasing Rhea coming out the entire episode, or like, oh my gosh, it was just so fucking good. Triple H is on point recently with his TV productions. This was perfect almost. This is damn near fucking perfect for doing the Rhea Ripley return.
Mm-hmm. Bro, I'm pretty sure I forgot as well, though. At some point, I must have missed an entire section of Raw because pretty sure we saw Sonya Deville and all them start or just going ham.
Oh shit! Sonya and Zoe and Shayna jumped Damage Control after their match with Lyra and
Yep, that's what I forgot to put
Katana
in
and Chance, or Katana and Cart, whatever the fuck their names are.
But yes,
yeah,
Katana Chance get a card. Yes, that did happen. I did forget about that, but I just want to point that out. That was something interesting to see because we've been seeing them both kind of not really wanting to team up with Sonya. But I mean, that's all I have for Raw. I forgot. I'm so sorry that Raw was a mess this week, ladies and gents. It was just.
It was a bit of a hectic couple.
It's been a hectic couple weeks for the both of us. Like so.
Yeah, life happens. We'll be back to regular scheduling program shortly.
Yes, very shortly. Literally, quite literally, next episode we should be back and we should be running. But I mean, that's all I have for Raw. So let's get right into SmackDown.
With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, SmackDown on what is it, July 12th opened with "It's Tiffy time."
It's Tiffy time.
Tiffany Stratton walks out to the ring, strutting her shit with that briefcase that we all knew she was gonna win. Fuck yeah. She gets in the ring, starts talking her shit, and says she is the youngest women's Money in the Bank winner ever. Straight up, fucking talk yo shit. Money in the Bank. Tiffy was the best part of the show, like straight up, the highlight of it all. She says Trishy time is over at this point, and she needs to step the fuck out of her Tiffany times spotlight. There's a lot of T's and times going on right now in this statement. But I basically take this as hopefully we see Tiffany Stratton versus Trish Stratus at some point, maybe at SummerSlam.
My dad had pointed out the idea to me of, I think this is what the match he was talking about. It was Hall of Fame. It was like a Hall of Famer versus something. Let me look. I'm looking right now. He threw me the idea of. Shoot. I was really surprised I was not watching Money in the Bank. You know what? Give me 1 second. Because when was Money in the Bank? The 7th, right? No. That was. It was the 6th. It was the 6th. He said retirement match, SummerSlam or WrestleMania. I think this was the match he was talking about. Oh,
definitely. I think this should be retirement match, if anything, SummerSlam against Tiffany Stratton for Trish Stratus. I think that'd be great.
It's honestly. Trishy time versus Tiffy time.
Trishy time is over because Tiffy time is right now. As Tiffy says, bro, Roxanne, Bailey, Liv, all of them.
Caption.
All of them are on notice. What was it?
That's my next Instagram post caption.
Oh my god.
Trishy time is out and Tiffy time is now.
Is now. It's always Tiffy time, bitch.
It's always Tiffy time.
Everybody. All the champions are currently on Tiffy time. They're all on notice, which is when the WWE Women's Champion herself, Bailey, walks out, and she says that she just wanted to be the first person to say congratulations to Tiffy. And she basically says that she's impressed that that Tiffy, sorry, could stick to her word and that she won the damn match. Bailey, though, she couldn't care less about Tiffy time because after all,
It's
Bailey
Tiffy
won
time.
in it's Tiffy time. Because I don't know if Tiffy knew this. I don't know if anybody else knew this, but Bailey won that shit back in 2019. But Tiffy time, that was like 10,000 years ago. What are you talking about? Fucking, I love this shit. Bailey says, though, if Tiffany wants to keep creating history, she can be the first woman in history to lose her cash in, which is when the queen, not Charlotte, the queen of the ring, Nia Jax,
I can't wait for
walks
Charlotte to
out.
come back.
Oh my god, bro. I would lose my fucking shit if
Charlotte Flair
Charlotte came
versus
back.
Tiffy time.
Oh my god! That would be
Let me talk to you.
insane.
Yeah.
No, you wanna know the number one dream match I think everybody is sleeping on right now that no one like, bro, I think would be an absolute banger beyond
What?
belief. The rivalry, the promos, and the match would all go insanely hard. It's Tiffy time versus Rhea Ripley. Bro, the pink Barbie doll spoiled character versus the punk rock emo Rhea Ripley, and then the match would be just fucking phenomenal.
Okay.
Damn straight. At least that's what I would think. But getting back to it,
It's
we
Tiffy
got the
time versus
queen,
Tiffy time.
the
Tiffy time
queen
rings
of
a
the
ring
ring,
time.
Nia Jax, coming out, and basically she's like, "What's Bailey doing, making empty threats?" Because after all, she's fighting Nia at SummerSlam, and basically she's gonna win. Nia and Tiffy both then start surrounding Bailey. And basically Tiffy's on one side and Nia's on the other. They're about to like surround her, about to jump her ass and shit like that. Bailey's like, Nia, you can't underestimate me, bro. This isn't NXT Hugger Bailey. This isn't 2017 Bailey. This is Grand Slam champion Bailey. This is Royal Rumble winner Bailey. This is the WWE Women's Champion, the same Bailey that's gonna embarrass you, Nia, at SummerSlam. And Bailey goes, hold on, bro. I'm gonna play devil's advocate right now. So say you do win, then what? What does Tiffany do? Does she cash in on you basically afterwards? And Nia just cuts her off, and she's like, "Man, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. All right." Basically, she's not worried about Tiffany because Tiffany's her own personal Barbie doll. She says at this point, and I like how Tiffany didn't even take like offense to that point. It was pretty fucking
No,
funny.
she took it in. Which I thought was really funny. She's like, yeah.
Yeah, she didn't take offense to that shit at all. I fucking loved that. But Nia's aware about the 2017 injury that Bailey took. I'm pretty sure Nia gave her that one too. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, she did.
Damn straight. And Nia says Bailey isn't a toy. Bailey is her victim. And at SummerSlam, she is going to victimize her. And Bailey gets outnumbered as she starts throwing punches to Tiffany and Nia, which is when Michin walks out, makes the save with the kendo stick, and chases them both to the outside of the ring. We kind of go to a commercial then. When we come back, we fade to the back with Byron Saxton standing there with Piper Niven and Chelsea Green with a phenomenal neck brace. A diamond and studded neck brace, by the way, as Chelsea should have. Basically, she goes,
Yeah, for
the
real.
entire world is called after my phenomenal performance at Money in the Bank, by the way. Everyone is basically calling her the Mother of Mayhem, the Princess of Pain, and basically, we got turns to Piper, and they got to workshop those names a little bit. But I think the Mother of Mayhem should stick pretty well. Chelsea, though, she wants Byron to go the fuck away. And Piper tells Byron to leave, and she accidentally bumps Chelsea, but they're basically the whole gist of this is that they're trying to get to Nick Aldis because Chelsea's obviously got a bitch to him about something.
Better neck.
About a neck, about a goddamn neck, a neck broken.
For real.
When we fade back to the ring, we are at the start of the match. Sorry, we got Nia Jax accompanied by Tiffany Stratton versus Michin, accompanied by WWE Women's Champion Bailey. And this match starts off basically with Michin trying to attack Nia, and Nia's like, nah.
Nah.
Just shrugs that shit off, tosses her into the corner, gives her a big old stink face because how else are you going to win a match other than rubbing your ass in somebody's face? Rikishi taught us all well.
Real.
Michin was able to fight out of a sleeper type submission from Nia Jax, but still ends up eating a couple of splashes in each of the corners. On the outside, though, Nia throws Michin right into the ring apron, the hardest part of the ring, by the way, y'all. Knocks her down with a clothesline, which is when we fade to commercial break. When we fade back, Michin has Nia in a guillotine submission, but Nia, being the bigger of the two, picks that motherfucker up and suplexes her to the ground, breaking it up. Michin's able to fire off the top rope with a Hurricane Rana, a shotgun drop kick, then a cannonball into the corner. She starts fucking rolling, I tell ya. Nia tosses Michin, though, off of the top rope and misses a senton. Tiffy time, though. It's time to cause a distraction. Puts a kendo on the apron and starts yelling at the referee some bullshit. But Bayley takes her out, tosses her into the apron. Michin's, though, able to hit a second shotgun drop kick to Nia Jax, followed by a tornado DDT. But Nia Jax, she kicks out of that shit right away. Hits the Samoan drop, drags that carcass into the corner, hits the Annihilator. 1, 2, 3, baby.
Yeah.
Queen of the ring, Nia Jax with the win. Yeah. Oh, we'll get to LA Knight later, though. I'll tell her, yeah. After the match, though, Bayley tries to attack Nia, but Tiffany time hits her with that Money in the Bank briefcase, and they just beat the ever-living shit out of Bayley until it's time for them to walk away, which is when Tiffany, I popped loud for this one. I didn't think she was actually going to cash in, but she turned around and she was like, I think I'm going to do it. Starts yelling at the referee like she's going to cash in, which is when Nia Jax is like, no, what the hell are you doing? What the hell are you doing? But Tiffany's like, no, I ain't doing it. So they just walk away. And, man, I think that was a good tease. But if you ask me,
they call that a dress rehearsal.
They call that a dress rehearsal, of course. If you ask me, though, I think Tiffany holds that briefcase until WrestleMania.
What about SummerSlam?
No, damn it! Every fucking time the women get that briefcase, they have never held it longer than a fucking month. I want Tiffany to hold that briefcase forever.
Imagine the fucking pop.
It would be insane.
Tiffany cashed in on Nia after Nia won it, and Nia's been trying to get this fucking thing forever.
I would be so unbelievably happy, but I would be even more happy if we got from now until WrestleMania with a big pink fluffy briefcase.
We didn't even get it on SmackDown
yet. I have my own prediction here. I'm gonna start deep diving into this. I have my prediction at SummerSlam. Tiffany Stratton is gonna help Nia beat Bayley. Obviously, she's gonna interfere in the match, and as a gift for helping Nia win the championship, that's when Tiffany's gonna get her pink fluffy briefcase from Nia.
Because she's the queen. I get it. And
champion.
Yep.
Yeah, that's my idea for that. I'd love to see something like that. What we do after this move backstage, we're going to completely flip gears from the pink fluffy briefcase to little goblins in the backstage going bah, 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 with the bloodline in their locker room. Solo Sikoa brings up championship history in the bloodline. The Usos were the undisputed tag team champions. Roman Reigns, the undisputed Universal World Heavyweight Galactic God, whatever you want to call it, championship, when he was all of that. But he lost it all at WrestleMania 40, and he brought disgrace into their family. And basically, Solo goes, it takes a real tribal chief to stay on top of his game, and that's not Roman Reigns. That is Solo Sikoa. And if Roman wants to be tribal chief, he's basically going to have to come and take that shit. I'm liking it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm starting to like it a lot more with the addition of Jacob Fatu.
Bro.
But after this, go ahead. Sorry.
Hold on. All I'm gonna say is just if you paid attention to the end of SmackDown, we'll get to it. But if you ever paid attention to the end of SmackDown, you'll notice something.
But
got you,
go
I
ahead,
got
keep
you.
going.
I'll pay attention. We do move. Speaking of shit that I'm starting to like a lot more, even though he's not doing anything, basically. Andrade El Idolo is in the bleachers before the show even started, basically having a sit-down interview with Byron Saxton. Which, by the way, can we just, like, he basically goes, Andrade, what is next for you? I shouted at my TV, dog, isn't he the speed champion right now? Like, what do you mean, what's next for him? He's a champion. Where's his
They don't show it on
belt?
TV, which sucks.
Where's his belt?
They don't show it on TV. It sucks ass.
It's wild.
It wouldn't get treated well on TV, though, to be honest.
Yeah, it definitely would. It'd get treated the same as the 24/7 championship.
Yeah.
Which is why you don't defend it on TV. You only defend it on speed, but you can still show it on TV. I don't know. It's a whole thing. I don't want to get into it. I'll start ranting. But Andrade basically goes, "What's next for me? Nothing. The vision is the same. Basically, I assume he wants the world title at some point, which I don't see why he shouldn't go for it. You should be at least a contender for that thing. Him and Cody would go ham.
Right.
But Carmelo Hayes, himself, I didn't think that through, walks in and says people should be talking about him. He is the MVP after Money in the Bank. And Andrade says, bro, the people have spoken. They say I was the MVP of that Money in the Bank ladder match. And Melo says, nah, the people ain't saying that. People are saying that you screwed me out of that match. And I need to be treated with respect. Bro, I'm a first-round draft pick. I fought Cody Rhodes on my first week on the main roster. I pinned Randy Orton to get into the Money in the Bank ladder match. Put some respect on Melo's name, which basically when Andrade basically, he just turns to Byron. He goes, what's next for Andrade? Him, pointing to Melo. And he then just walks away. And now, next week, it's confirmed Andrade versus Carmelo Hayes. Melo don't lose.
Okay.
Versus El Idolo.
El Idolo.
This does move us after the commercial break down to the ring. And a match that was promoted last week, I'm pretty sure, with Baron Corbin and Apollo Crews versus Legado del Fantasma, Angel, and Humberto. And this match starts with Apollo taking out LDF with a dive to the outside. This was like even before the match started. This was just right off the bat. Corbin and Apollo, though, immediately take control of these two. And Corbin takes out Humberto and Angel with a fucking dive, assisted by Apollo, of course. But this dude is like, I don't know how tall he is. I think he's like 7 foot, I think. He looks like it. He's like 200 plus, like close to 300 pounds, I imagine. And he went flying. It was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But this did take us into our commercial break, where when we came back, Humberto was in control of Corbin after running him into the steps. And Corbin, though, back inside the ring, fires back with a Death Valley driver. He gets a tag to Apollo Crews, who hits a trio of German suplexes. I don't know what Three Amigos is in German, or else I'd say it. To Angel before hitting a top rope cross body. Corbin takes out Santos and Humberto on the outside so Crews could hit that gorilla press. And he's about to finish the match off when Elektra Lopez distracts the referee. And Santos Escobar gets in there, smacks that motherfucker with a knee to the face. Angel's able to hit the wing clipper. I didn't even know that was his finisher, to be fair, for the win. And LDF walks away with a W. Wasn't a whole lot to this one. Not gonna lie. I didn't really see it. Like, I was happy. Like, cool, Baron Corbin's back on TV. He lost immediately.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? But we do move backstage to one of the highlights of the night, as always. Pretty Deadly, yes, boys.
Yes, boys.
Run into Chelsea Green and Piper Niven, which, oh my fucking god. This pairing, Chelsea Green and Pretty Deadly, Chelsea Green calls them the Sparkle Sisters, which, bro, why are y'all beefing? We know that Pretty Deadly has this whole plan for Pretty Deadly the musical, which I swear to God, if this doesn't happen at SummerSlam, I'm probably going to have a riot. I need to see Pretty Deadly the musical happen at SummerSlam, and Chelsea Green needs to be the star of that performance.
You think they'll
Regardless of any of it, though. I'm sorry?
You think they'll get to talking?
They'll get to talking.
Yeah, like Chelsea Green and the Pretty Deadly.
I hope they'll get to talking, bro.
You think what I'm saying?
Bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Chelsea Green as the lead in Pretty Deadly the musical. I need it.
Dude, if she's the lead, I don't know how I feel about that.
It's got to happen at SummerSlam too, by the way.
At SummerSlam? Ooh.
I swear to God, you gotta have some kind of intervention between like some of the matches. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I swear to God.
Make SummerSlam a 4-hour event.
I swear to God, but this does lead us into who walks out of Nick Aldis's office, the megastar himself, L.A. Knight. Yeah. And Chelsea Green stops him real quick, and she's like, "Excuse me, how long is Nick Aldis gonna be until I can see him?" And he's gonna be like, "Yeah, it's gonna be a while before you can see him." And then he just walks out like the gangster that he is.
He said, "Yeah."
Presumably to the ring. We'll get to that in just 1 minute, though. We do go backstage, though, to Cody Rhodes in his locker room, sitting next to the WWE Championship, looking depressed as fuck. Cody, crybaby, you little bitch. When Randy Orton walks in, big brother as always, Randy knows. He's like, "Man, I heard what Solo said, and whether you like it or not, if you're out there in the middle of that ring and you need me, I'm coming to save you." As in talking about when Cody is probably going to confront Solo later tonight. And Randy will forever, always have Cody's back. And Randy goes on, he says, "I told Kevin Owens he needs to stay home because he needs to deal with his family." We all know that Kevin Owens' family, or his mother, was in the hospital. Prayers to his family and all of his friends and all that.
Of course.
And Randy then says, man, this line gave me chills. I can't lie. He goes, when the bloodline stuff is over, there's going to be a lot of men who are coming for that championship. And then he pauses. And this pause was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And then he goes, "And I'm going to have your back during that too."
I liked that because that kind of gave me the idea of their history together and the legacy and everything like that. And we kind of saw something along the lines of, like we've been seeing in recent weeks, Randy's been eyeballing the shit out of Cody's title.
He has been eyeballing the fuck out of that thing, bro.
I just want to point that out.
I think that's going to be I think it's going to happen after SummerSlam. I'm not going to lie.
Really?
I think it'll be the between SummerSlam and Royal Rumble feud for Cody.
Ooh. Okay.
Or I would love to be wrong, though. I would seriously love to be wrong because I want this. This feels like it should be at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And that's where I would want to see that.
So I'm saying, just save it, dude, because I don't want to see Rock versus Cody.
I do.
I don't. I can't.
I want to see it really fucking bad. But you know what else I want to see? Is LA Knight win the United States Championship. Yeah.
Yeah.
We do move to the ring, though, where LA Knight, let me talk to you. Yeah. He's out there. And what's he holding? He's holding a contract.
Yeah.
Knight goes, well, first of all, he's going to talk about the weekend. He goes, "I'm not going to complain, cry, or make excuses. Things didn't go my way over the weekend. No, they really didn't. I got knocked off of that ladder. I got smacked through a ladder. And basically start thinking, and come to think of it, LA Knight, he's the walking embodiment of Money in the Bank opportunity. Yeah. I have no idea what the fuck he meant by that, by the way.
Bro, he is the walking embodiment of
he just starts. I can't
stuff.
understand 99% of the statements that this guy makes, but they all sound fucking amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. They all make sense, too. It's really funny.
They all do. Then he brings up the ending of his Money in the Bank qualifier because the ending of Money in the Bank isn't important Because what happened when he qualified for the match? He pinned the United States champion, Logan Paul. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what did he do? He had a contract delivered to him via Nick Aldis in his office, and it is for LA Knight. And when he looks at it, it's already signed by Nick Aldis. His contract for the United States Championship at SummerSlam. Yeah. And he's got this contract. He's got Nick Aldis' signature. He's got his signature. And he's only missing one. And it's that little edgelord Logan Paul.
I laughed when he said that. That was really funny.
Fucking little twerp. But, can't get excited. Because, of course, this little creep, Logan Paul, he isn't at Smackdown. But Knight, he will get this contract signed. And he's going to get signed next week on SmackDown. I can't remember where they're going to be at. But he said, I'll own you. I'll own the United States Championship. And it's not because he can't, but because I won't let you. That is not an insult. That is just a fact of life. Yeah.
Yeah. He popped off in that promo.
He popped the fuck off.
Absolutely.
I love LA
Dude, he's honestly my favorite SmackDown superstar right now.
Really? I love the
Yes.
dude. He's fucking awesome.
Yes.
Really nice.
Can we count
No,
Pat
there isn't
McAfee as a superstar?
I think I don't know, man. He hasn't wrestled in a while. Oh
Hey,
my
he
god,
has-
Pat
he-
McAfee's
he's had,
last
like,
match.
He has like 3
Was against
WrestleMania
Vince
matches,
McMahon.
man.
Pat
No, it
McAfee's
wasn't.
last.
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
It was The Miz.
When did he fight The Miz?
WrestleMania 39. He didn't fight at WrestleMania 40.
He fought at WrestleMania 39?
Yeah, he fought The Miz.
Oh my god, I forgot about that fucking shit. Oh my god. Oh, I completely. Oh my god, you know why I forgot about that? Because I completely forgot about that because there was one that completely outshone it, and it was when Shane McMahon blew his quad.
Yeah, it was the match right before that.
Oh, I completely forgot about Pat's match because of Shane's. Oh my god.
It was WrestleMania 39. Yeah, I remember
fucking
it.
love that. That was such a funny moment.
Trust me, I got you. I remember that.
Oh, that was so funny.
That was the first WrestleMania I watched back into WWE.
Trying to do
after
a fucking leapfrog, blew his quad out, but Snoop Dogg, being the GOAT, saved it all.
Yeah, I didn't watch WrestleMania for 8 years at that point because I last time when I watched was WrestleMania 39.
Yeah.
Or no, the one before that was WrestleMania 31. My bad. When Rollins cashed in.
Good one though. It was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this does. I don't know. I wouldn't call this one a good one though. Blair Davenport has a promo video after this, and she's basically just telling us all we suck and that she rules. Which, I don't know about that one, bitch. You've got a pretty bad win-loss record, but we'll get into that more after we go over John Cena. Of course, we have to review the Money in the Bank video of him going. He announced his retirement from WWE at Money in the Bank. It's like, what the fuck, man? God damn.
Very
Our
sad.
childhood.
Very sad.
Very sad.
Yeah, for real.
I'm excited to see what this retirement tour is going to be all about.
Me too. I hope he's on WWE TV more.
From what I've heard on every report, it's gonna be like 30 to 40 appearances or something like that. It's gonna be a ton. So I'm excited for it. But we do move into our next match, which is Naomi versus Blair Davenport. Man, I don't know about this one. This one's kind of crazy. This is kind of weird. This match did start off though with Naomi taking it. Not kind of. It definitely did. But this Naomi just took control with a leg drop, doing the splits as she usually does. Blair was able to stomp Naomi's arm and throws her into the ring posts on the outside. And after a commercial break, she continues to target that injured arm with stomps and kicks and all sorts of shit. But then for like a solid minute or two, these two just trade a shit ton of roll-ups until Naomi is able to I don't even know what this move is called. I'm sure it has a name, but she picks her up and sits her down on her own ass and then rolls her up into a pin, and then she just won the match. So yeah, there you go, Blair. We all suck apparently. But yeah, this didn't really do anything for anybody. But we do
It did
move.
not.
Yeah, it really didn't. We do move. Well, there's more, I guess, more into this when we move backstage to Naomi, who runs into Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair. And Jade Cargill basically goes, "Now that is how you stand on business." And Naomi is excited to see Bianca and Jade win the tag title, or she's excited to see Bianca and Jade win the tag titles back when they eventually do. And basically, I can't remember who's the one that revealed it, but basically one of them goes, Nick Aldis, he's not even here tonight, which is when Chelsea and Piper in the background overheard this, and they just storm into Aldis's office, and Pretty Deadly walks away. And everybody basically walks away from this point, and Blair Davenport walks up to Naomi, and she's like, "You know what? I got to give you props. You beat me tonight," and they shake hands basically, and all go their separate ways.
I didn't buy this shit at all.
No, I didn't buy this shit. I could see this coming from a fucking mile away. Chelsea Green and Piper Niven then storm out of Nick Aldis's office, only for Chelsea Green to whatever reason storm up to Naomi and go, "If you're looking for Nick Aldis, he's not here," and then storms away with a diamond encrusted neck brace, as she should have, which is when Blair Davenport, of course, as we can see from a mile away, sneak attacks Naomi, taking her out, and just laughs and walks away like, "Okay, good for you, bitch." What an ass. What a cheeky bugger. Whoa. What we do get, there's not much to say about that, but we do go to the ring, kind of to, I guess, our main event match, not the actual main event of the show, I guess. The WWE Tag Team Championship, A-Town Down Under versus DIY. The champions, I forgot. The champions, DIY.
Of course.
It was a rematch of last week when DIY did win the championships. This match starts with Theory and Waller right out of the bat, taking control after stopping a dive from Gargano. And Waller attempts a DDT to Ciampa on the apron, like off the turnbuckle type thing, but he slips like immediately. And bro, I forgot to mention, off that Gargano dive that right away opened the match, Gargano about fucking face planted onto the floor. Straight up about killed himself 3 seconds into this match.
I thought he was dead.
I thought he died. And then Waller slipped off the rope while giving Ciampa this DDT. And I thought one of them about fucking face planted too. So I was like, God damn, y'all.
So I'm saying, I just want to say this match should have happened in Toronto at Money in the Bank.
Oh, it really should have. There's no reason not to have this on the fucking pay-per-view. Why not? The WWE Tag Team Championships. What the fuck? Why not?
That's what I'm saying.
Put 6 matches on there. Put less commercials and more wrestling on your wrestling shows.
For real.
I'd like that a lot more. I really hope SummerSlam is a heavy card. I don't want only 5 matches for a event as big as SummerSlam. We got to have at least 7.
Yeah, for real.
That's what I'm saying, at least. But this match did get put into commercial after we saw 2 near-death experiences. And when we came back, Waller and Theory were in control of Tommaso Ciampa in the ring. But Gargano eventually gets the hot tag, and he goes crazy, hitting super kicks in every direction, DDTs to everywhere, ending this flurry with a spear through the ropes to Theory. Waller and Theory, though, oh yeah, that's right. After this, though, they kind of fought back, kind of beat the shit out of Gargano a little bit, and they attempted a meet in the middle on Tommaso Ciampa, who was back in the ring, but they ended up kneeing each other in the fucking leg, taking each other out. Afterwards, Waller immediately, accidentally, knees Theory in the face, takes him out, sends him to the outside. I think this team is officially over with. I can't lie to you, boss.
Agreed.
Back in the ring, Waller immediately turns around, gets hit with the Shatter Machine, and then hit with a meet in the middle for the win, and the champs retain. But, this wasn't a whole lot with the match. After the birds, like I said, though, I think these two are about to break up because Grayson and Waller, that's the same person. Grayson and Theory were arguing on the outside, and it looked like Theory was like, bro, I'm done with yo ass. Like, I don't want to deal with this shit no more. Like, he's about to walk out on him when, oh my God, the highlight of the night showed up, and Jacob fucking Fatu teleported in from the Shadow Realm or whatever and murked these fools.
Absolutely murdered him.
And he murked everybody. He murked Grayson and Theory. Wait, yeah, that's right. Grayson, well, yeah, you know who I'm talking about. I got all brain twisted there.
Got straight up busted up, dude. It was crazy.
Giving him Samoan drops, headbutts off the top rope, just flurries of headbutts in the corner. I'm like, bro, you're gonna give yourself a concussion, which is when Solo's music hits as a pile of bodies are just strewn across the fucking ringside area, which I thought was fucking awesome. I might be wrong, but I think Roman had Solo do this at one point when like Roman was in like top peak with the Usos by his side. I think he had Solo come out and do this for him for a segment once.
He did.
So, dude, perfect mirrorage right here with Jacob doing it for him. It was fucking awesome. I seriously loved this. Like, it was so simple. It was so good. It's such good presentation, if you ask me.
Mm-hmm.
Solo Sikoa, though, walks out, and I can't remember where they were at, but he does the whole acknowledge me to everybody. And nah, I can't acknowledge you, Solo. I'm sorry. You are not my tribal chief. But all the rest of the bloodline, they do acknowledge him. We get showered with "We Want Roman" chants. And you see what happens to people who don't acknowledge me. This is Solo talking. Look at Jimmy, my own brother. Murked his ass. Got him out of here. Look at Paul Heyman, the wise man. Murked his ass. Got him out of here. And Roman Reigns. Shit, he ain't been seen since WrestleMania 40. And Jacob Fatu, he's back there. He's got his hands like he's praying to Solo.
Yeah. I have a question for you. He brought up Roman Reigns, and then Jacob put his hands up on a prayer, like area, like thing. What if Jacob turns on Solo when Roman comes back?
Oh, I don't know. I would like it, honestly. I'm not even gonna lie. I would like it, but what I have, let me pitch something else to you. I've got this whole idea that, like, Jacob eventually has got to be like a world championship type of dude. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, he's awesome. I love this dude more and more as I see him. Like, and what I hear from everybody talking about him is like he should be a world championship type dude. So I'm willing to give him a chance.
Mm-hmm.
I would have him maybe turn on Solo to join Roman, and then immediately turn on Roman once the work is done on Solo. Just to present himself as like, fuck Solo, fuck Gorillas of Destiny, screw the Usos, forget The Rock, and forget Roman. Jacob Fatu is the only Samoan y'all need to acknowledge as the number one guy.
That'd be insane.
The Samoan werewolf going on an absolute rampage.
That would be nuts.
I would love it. I would love but yeah, with your like question there though, I think that'd be a really cool narrative to have him turn on Solo and join Roman. Especially if you do have other members like The Rock or Zilla Fatu join up with Solo, then Roman does need extra numbers. But this does continue with this promo, and Solo says that Roman Reigns will acknowledge Solo as his tribal chief. And it's also Cody Rhodes' turn to acknowledge Solo as the tribal chief, because Solo pinned Cody at Money in the Bank. Let's not forget. Which is when we get do wrestling as more than one royal family. Cody Rhodes walks out, the fucking man himself.
Rhodes.
Cody
Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes. The man himself, the WWE champion, walks out there. He unbuttons the top button of his shirt. He means business. He's ready for shit to go down, bro. He's not even like flaunting the championship around or nothing. He's like holding it at his side, just ready for a fight at any second. And Cody basically gets in the ring. He says that he's heard everything Solo has been saying, and they both want the exact same thing. So Solo, you might as well consider it official for SummerSlam. Cody Rhodes versus Solo Sikoa for the WWE Championship. But by the way, I'm excited for that shit because that gives me the idea that Roman Reigns is coming back during that.
I'm telling you.
It's gotta happen. Gotta happen. But if it was up to Cody, he wouldn't be waiting until SummerSlam. He would be doing this right here and now, which is when the bloodline immediately starts to circle Cody, and he at least throws the first punch, so he starts going after him. But of course, the numbers game take him out until the Viper himself comes out there. Randy Orton, all 275 of that motherfucker comes out, starts whooping ass, starts kicking everybody's ass until Jacob Fatu is able to knock Randy Orton down, and the bloodline starts attacking everybody. Cody and Randy both get their asses whooped, and so Cody gets like held into the ropes by Jacob and Solo, and then he gets tied up in them, and he's like dangling basically in the ropes with Solo holding him, basically yelling, "Look at this! This is what you caused! You caused this!" As the Gorillas of Destiny and Jacob Fatu just beat the hell out of Randy Orton in front of them. Eventually, they give Randy another, like the same way they did to Paul Heyman, a shield triple power bomb to Randy through the announcer's table as Cody is forced to look on before Solo gives Cody the Samoan spike, and the show closes out with the bloodline raising the ones to the sky, and Cody and Randy both laid out.
Two things for this. Jimmy
Yeah.
did not return like I thought he was going to.
Yeah, it's not the same thing.
Also, what if at SummerSlam we hear Sierra Hotel, India, Echo Lima, Delta, Shield, and then we just see the Shield walk through the crowd?
I'd cry.
Like it's dude, it is like an absolute pipe dream.
I'd actually cry. You would see me, a grown ass man, cry. I would be bawling my eyes out, and I would have no shame. I would have zero shame in that.
Like, it's a pipe dream, but I mean, dude, just imagine the pop.
Imagine. Jeez. Wow, if only. If only. But it seems like with these two shows, man, SummerSlam's starting to shape up hella nice.
SummerSlam's gonna be really nice. It's gonna be a real good show.
SummerSlam's about to be popping, bro. I'm excited as fuck.
Me too.
Hell yeah. But I ain't got anything else for SmackDown. You got anything else to add to the shows?
I don't. I do not.
Hell yeah. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to another episode of the AR Wrestling Podcast. Do not forget to follow our socials on Twitter at AR Wrestling _. Our Instagram is AR _Wrestling _. We are on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and iHeartRadio under AR Wrestling Podcast. Our YouTube channel's name is AR Wrestling. Make sure y'all subscribe to that shit. And we will catch y'all next time with another review of Raw and SmackDown. Oh, thank you.
Thank you.